Welcome back to our podcast, viewers. Today, I and my co host Vaibhav have the pleasure of introducing a multi talented individual whose expertise lies in finance, education, and entrepreneurship. Meet Ayushree Khanna, an experienced tax preparer, chartered accountant, and the founder of Commerce for You. Also, the owner of CA Ayushree Khanna and Associates. I would like to know how you started this journey and how you thought about okay, I want to be first of all CA and then involve in all these domains together.
Yeah,
So over to
definitely.
you, Aishi. Would like to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Prachi and Weber. So it's a pleasure to have a discussion with you and share my journey. And definitely, जैसा मेरा हमेशा target रहा है, to inspire and motivate maximum students around me, and definitely individuals other than student as well, because you never know कि कब किसका experience किस तरह से आपको काम आ जाए. So if I talk about starting my journey, CA क्यों करना था? हमेशा मैंने इमेजिन किया दैट आई हैव माई ओन ऑफिस, माई ओन डेस्क, माई ओन चेयर. वो सिर्फ एक चेयर परचेज करी भी नहीं होती, बट दैट इज अ पार. आई वॉन्टेड माई पेरेंट्स टू बी देयर. तो अल्टीमेटली वो ड्रीम मैंने अपना लास्ट ईयर कंप्लीट किया. So before starting my CA journey, definitely I had lots of hurdles and some kinds of instructions from my relatives, friends, and knowns as well. कि chartered accountancy मत लीजिए. This is going to be very difficult, very challenging. आपका पैसा, आपका time, आपकी energy सब लग जाएगा, but you are not going to clear chartered accountancy. It is not a cup of tea. But anyhow, I'm enjoying my CA journey every day having a cup of tea.
That's really nice to hear
Over to you.
because I listening to you, I just remember one of my mamas like mummy ka bhai. So basically he was doing CA and
Okay.
just because of 1 or 2 marks he used to
Hmm.
miss being a CA. So I know his journey, and whenever I used to talk to him he always used to say beta साइंस ले लो कॉमर्स मत लेना या सीए का मत सोचना. So I can totally
True.
relate when you said this thing really.
I think there are two professions. Whenever someone enters, there is absolute proud. I like in general. I'm saying
Yeah.
either there are defense one
Hmm.
or either there is a CA one. Everyone who enters it, they're super proud of that thing, and I think there should be also.
Yeah.
How you can miss the doctors, they will feel bad.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Doctor, UPSC, they are there.
Hmm.
Nowadays, you can't even miss the dancers or the
Yeah.
singers as well. They are also into their profession. But yes, if I talk about feeling ourselves so proud, Webber,
Mhm.
generally, whenever we have our meetings, whenever we have any kind of sessions, seminars, webinars,
Yeah.
हमें सबसे पहले यही बोला जाता है कि आप कोई भी किसी भी तरह के पर्सन इंडिविजुअल होने से पहले आप सीए. That prefix defines you
Responsibility.
well. So I have got my surname from my family, right? My name from my parents. But CA एक ऐसी चीज है जो हम 3.5 लाख चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट्स को एक फैमिली से डिनोट करता है. And that is why we are so proud.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I think I know so far that you before even becoming CA, I think you are into this, entrepreneurial journey and that aspect, right? So, can you give us a slight of glimpse of, right from like your journey? Because even people just do CA, that is difficult. You are doing it along with something else. So, that is completely mind blowing for me. So, just if you can share some brief about that.
Yes, yes, definitely. More than an entrepreneur, I am and I was and I will definitely throughout my life will be a teacher, a mentor. तो वैभव ऐसा होता है कि जब भी हमें कोई काम करना है एंड इफ वी आर इंटरेस्टेड इन दैट, वो हमारी ब्लड में है, तो हमें कभी भी ना उस चीज के लिए सोचना ही नहीं पड़ता. सो आई हैव नेवर एवर वर्कड एज अ टीचर और एज अ मेंटर थिंकिंग लाइक कि मैं अभी इस टाइम पे काम कर रही हूँ और दैट इज गोइंग टू हैम्पर माई प्रिपरेशन फॉर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी. So
Mm-hmm.
starting from my ninth standard, when I was in ninth standard, 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So starting from that journey, I started with just one student. A kid came to me, वो मेरे classmate की sister थी. And
Mm-hmm.
she said कि दीदी I want some tuitions from you. तो वहाँ पर मुझे ऐसा लगा कि I can actually help somebody. That tuition actually helped me to earn 250 rupees. But वो 250 से अभी एक big amount तक, it's being a journey. क्योंकि it's not about money, it's about the interest I have in the students. So whenever I used to have my board exam starting from 10th, 12th, having my graduation, I am BCom honors from Delhi University. along with my chartered accountancy journey, मेरे सीए फाइनल के एग्जाम्स तक भी मैंने कभी भी ट्यूशंस पढ़ाना नहीं छोड़ा. So that is so helpful for me. I used to go for my classes at 6 a.m. 6:30 start होता था. I used to travel, so 5:30 6 a.m. मेरे को जाना पड़ता था. So generally I used to have my classes even before that or after coming back home, जब मेरा ऑफिस वगैरह क्लोज हो जाता था 6:30 और 7 p.m. So you can understand कि अगर इतने hectic routine के बाद if I am having 1 or 2 hours of classes with the students, so that is something very inspiring and very relaxing for me rather than taking it as hectic schedule. Yeah.
Is it a part of commerce for you, which you have started? Like, I have seen that you
Yes.
have been a founder from quite a long time for commerce for you. So, is
Yeah.
it the part of the same? You were providing online classes, something around in the same domain, right?
Uh, Definitely, Prachi. Being an Indian student now, we generally do not prefer online classes or digital books.
Right.
Scenario has changed during the COVID duration. तो वो जो कॉमर्स फॉर यू का स्टार्ट था दैट वाज आल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ कोविड. जनरली पीपल से कि कोविड में मुझे बहुत नुकसान हुआ, मैंने ये सब लूज कर दिया एंड मतलब मुझे बहुत कुछ फेस करना पड़ा. बट बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस और फैमिली के सपोर्ट की वजह से कोविड में ही मेरा चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी क्लियर हुआ. एंड ऑल्सो ड्यूरिंग कोविड आई स्टार्टेड माई ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म जो मेरा रजिस्टर्ड अपना इंस्टीट्यूट है, कॉमर्स फॉर यू, थ्रू विच आई प्रोवाइड क्लासेस. और कोविड सिचुएशन में आई एक्चुअली गॉट मेनी स्टूडेंट्स थ्रू आउट इंडिया, नॉट ओनली फ्रॉम नॉर्थ इंडिया, ना ही सिर्फ अपने सिटी से. तो यू कैन इमेजिन कि किस तरह से हम अपने टेक्नोलॉजी को अगर अडॉप्ट करते हैं including our own interests, the same way you both are doing. So we
Right.
have a long way. तो वो सिर्फ एक छोटे से शहर से कुछ बच्चों को पढ़ाते पढ़ाते I actually started teaching so many students around India. That was really helpful for me as well, in terms of monetary terms, as well as मेरे को अपना खुद का motivation मिलता था कि एक teacher होना कहीं से भी कुछ भी कम नहीं है. We are no less than anyone else.
Yeah.
Definitely, and I guess it shares the experience also, right? Like when
Yeah.
you you are learning, obviously, but along with that, when you are sharing the same kind of knowledge with someone, that remains for a very longer time. कहा भी जाता है, शायद हमें बोला भी जाता है कि whenever you learn something, if you share that knowledge with 2 or 3 people more, you will remember that thing for forever maybe. So
Yes, definitely.
that's a nice practice. Yeah.
And
Vaibhav, you
I
want to
think,
add?
like, I think, before we jump onto the next thing, but I wanted to, you to share more about thoda sa commerce for you, because I think, I know I have, read about it. Maybe Prachi know about it, but someone who is viewing this podcast, might have no idea about what is commerce for you. So can you just help us understand what it is, what, you have to do? Are you still doing it, a part of, that stuff like CA?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. So basically, commerce for you is all about the commerce stream. कोई स्टूडेंट जो कॉमर्स करना चाहता है या कॉमर्स में है या ऑलरेडी इट्स अबाउट देयर हिस्ट्री, सो
Mm-hmm.
दैट इज ऑल अराउंड द सेम. आई हैव अ यूट्यूब चैनल नेम्ड कॉमर्स फॉर यू, having some social media platforms handles along with the same name. So it is registered. I used to provide official paid classes back in COVID situation. Once I started my own entrepreneurship, my own classes, I started journey as a career counselor. So वहां पे जो मॉनेटरी मेरा एस्पेक्ट था वो खत्म हो चुका है,
Mm-hmm.
because now that is a inspiring for me, a motivation for me. तो अब उसमें I actually provide some kind of updates for commerce student, not only for chartered accountancy student. So I used to provide some of the topics, specific topics, because I have taken classes for economics, accounts, as well as for business studies. So I used to provide classes for the same. तो अभी के लिए the current position of commerce for you is online platform that helps our students to understand the updates from CBSC or any kind of chartered accountancy updates or specific topics as well. That includes the 3 subjects mainly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. I believe we will be adding the link of this for our viewers so that they can
Sure.
utilize this link for sure. Even I would like to go through it because yet not I have not got the chance to go through this particular channel. So I would be really happy if you can
But
share
I
it.
think nowadays I think commerce. When I look as entrepreneur, as an entrepreneur, I think commerce is very essential for everyone. Like it has become a part of life because even for me, my GST, all the filings, everything I do myself. So I think it has become something very crucial to everyone, and everyone needs to learn not everything, but at least some part of it. At least a basic initial education is very essential now.
Yeah,
So
for
yeah,
that, Vaibhav,
definitely.
I would like to add, time has changed. Earlier, we used to have कि जो सबसे intelligent student है, that will take science stream, then
Mhm.
commerce, and then arts. Now
Yeah.
the scenario has revolted.
Yep.
The old traditional class will definitely think about pursuing the पैसा आप कमाओगे भी, save
Yep.
भी करोगे और उसको manage भी करोगे. So
Correct.
it's all about somehow it's all about commerce, right?
Right. No, that totally makes sense.
Uh,
So,
Financing, accounting, I guess everyone have to be aware of, especially if you are an entrepreneur. So
Yeah.
definitely that link's gonna help most of our viewers, right?
and I think
I would like to know, like you have been managing multiple things together. Commerce for you is obviously which is ongoing project for you. Along with that, you do multiple mentoring sessions. I know that you are also involved with ICAI. And along with that, now you have started the firm. I guess 6 months back you have started this firm, right?
Yes, yes.
So how exactly you are managing all this? Especially if I talk about with the firm, you have to spend more time here, right? So you have your own clients and maybe from the monetizing part also, you will be focusing more here. So
Yeah.
is the other works are getting hampered for you now, or simultaneously you are able to maintain everything?
Hmm. So, Prachi, whenever we need to maintain or whenever we want to be successful, it's not only about us who is working behind us, right? So ultimately, again, I'll come to my family, जो मेरा support system है. So whenever I have any kind of sessions, any kind of counselings, या मुझे कभी भी अगर travel करना है, other than my own office. So definitely I have my family support. So they just help me a lot, a lot. I'm so thankful. बहुत मेरी help होती है that I'm easy to go and move for the meetings. And whenever they get a chance to join me for the meeting, my God, you can't imagine the proud faces. You can't imagine. Literally, my family has tears in my eyes whenever they just are in the audience team whenever I have a meeting or a counseling session. So nothing is more than that to help me.
I do remember there was one message from you some days back with your award, right? You have sent
Yes.
a direct WhatsApp message to me.
Yeah.
Thinking just on this piece, ki, okay, somebody close to me is sharing that special movement, especially with me, ki, okay, Prachi, I have got this achievement. So I really felt great that day. I really that your message is coming directly to me with that award. So I
Yeah.
can just understand.
I'm not working on this. We have our family support, right? We need to live a happy life. We need to be very much into our own targets. So I'm working on first too. So whenever I have any kind of sessions like this, definitely my family support for it. And I just try to collaborate with my clients and my other parties wherever I have the sessions to just adjust the time accordingly. So usually I have those 6 to 7 hours in my office, and other than that, I just try to travel and take my sessions. But yes, definitely, other than this, whenever there is an emergency, I need to close my office. So I have my back, my husband. He just manages the office. He is there, and I take my own sessions. And want to add one more point here, which might sound very funny. I have Sundays to make myself energetic. The whole Sunday to relax until unless it is a call from ICI. I just
Mhm.
try to avoid any kind of work pressure on me. I just enjoy the whole day for self pampering and enjoying my time with the family.
Okay, so I have two more questions adding to this
Sure.
thing. One, I would like to know your family is also into the CA business only, or how exactly they are able to help. Because when it comes to family support,
Yeah.
especially if they have the domain in the same background, so then they will be able to help. And secondly, I would like to know more about ICA because maybe I am not very much aware of it. So both the points I would like from you to come.
Sure. Sure, Prachi. So, first of all, I want to add I'm the first generation chartered accountant of my family. Either it's my parents' side or my in-laws, I'm the first generation chartered accountant, and I'm very happy and proud to say that. So, coming to my office and managing the other task, definitely my husband is not into the same field. He's a businessman. He has recently came back from Canada. Earlier, he was staying there, and I was managing my degree here. So he has came back. So he's running his online business. He's into the same. So we have a common office. Other than the common home, we have the common roof for our work as well. So this is how I manage. So whenever we have any kind of urgent calls or any kind of urgent messages on the behalf of clients, so he just takes the call, just try to convey the message to me, and this is how we collaborate.
Okay.
Wow.
And if I talk about ICI, I'm super proud that students are actually trying to find the best universities around the world. They're leaving their home, paying lakhs and lakhs of rupees to stay out their country. But I'm proud Indian, staying in India, and I have been taken this honor of the degree as a chartered accountant from world's top accounting body. Now, why I wanted to add this, earlier we used to have it on second largest accounting body after then USA.
Mm-hmm.
But when Indian came to know about the fact that USA people actually add on the number of members and the number of students all together to count the strength, so we got the first rank. So definitely ICI is the world's top accounting body. Now you can imagine why people generally say कि CA करना बहुत मुश्किल है, बहुत कम बच्चे ऐसे हैं जो उसको क्लियर कर पाएंगे, और अगर आपने क्लियर कर लिया, my God, Prachi and Vaibhav, whenever I meet people, my God, the honor I get in the society. अभी अभी नॉर्मल मिल रहे हैं तो आई एम आयुश्री खन्ना, राइट? अगर आप मुझसे पूछेंगे कि आप करते क्या है, आई एम अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, उनका एक्सप्रेशन उसी टाइम चेंज हो जाता है,
Yeah.
उनका व्यू पॉइंट उसी टाइम चेंज हो जाता है. सो डेफिनेटली वी नीड स्ट्रगल. और आपको आपको जैसी लाइफ अपनी स्टडी और एजुकेशन के बाद चाहिए, उसी का अकॉर्डिंग आपको पढ़ाई करनी पड़ेगी. So that is what ICI maintains, a very high benchmark to clear their exams, which is not easy but not impossible as well.
Right. I was just noticing that right now you have said that like your name says Ayushree Khanna. I was just want to say that can you rename it to CA Ayushree Khanna?
Yeah, definitely, Vaibhav. CA
Yeah.
Ayushree Khanna.
And this reminds me of very good incident. So क्या होता था कि during these days which is specifically March year end,
Hmm.
ये टाइम होता था कि सब फाइनेंशियल का ऑडिट होना है, मतलब ये अप्रैल में ऑडिट होगा, सब कुछ होगा. एंड
Yeah.
यहाँ पे जो है जो कंपनी के करोड़ों के मालिक है वो किसी से नहीं डरते. बट जब एक सीए आता है और वो जब अकाउंटिंग की फाइल खोलता है तब वो सबके सब एकदम ऐसे, मतलब सबके सब प्रेजेंट होते हैं
Conscious
कि
हो
क्या
जाते हैं.
होगा क्या होगा क्या होगा. एंड देन मेरा वेरी कॉन्शियस. So,
Yeah.
like same thing you referred, the authority and the way of life you want ahead, you have to be working hard for that. And I think CA, ICI, I think help you to achieve that definitely.
यहाँ पे क्या होता है ना वैभव, जनरली वी हैव अ फियर ऑफ आवर टीचर, इन्विजिलेटर और एग्जामिनर टिल द डेट वी आर राइटिंग आवर एग्जाम्स, दैट्स ऑल.
Yeah,
लेकिन उसके बाद भी अगर आपको कोई चेक कर सकता है या ऑडिट कर सकता है, वो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ही है.
absolutely.
वी
Yeah.
हैव गॉट दैट अथॉरिटी टू ऑडिट एनीथिंग. तो हर किसी को अपनी गलतियां सामने आने से तो नेचुरल है, डर लगेगा ही. एंड दैट इज व्हाई दे आर सो रिस्पेक्टफुल व्हेनेवर अ ऑडिटर इज एंटरिंग द फर्म.
Yeah.
अभी के लिए तो आई एम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू बी अ सीए आर्टिकल,
Hmm.
माय गॉड, वो ऐसा होता था कि आर्टिकल्स आए हैं, ऑडिट टीम आई है, दे आर गोइंग टू ऑडिट, द वे दे welcome us, the way they provide all the documents and the files was amazing. So definitely we are on that authority and would love to maintain that as well.
If I specifically ask you for the branch, I know for the fact that you are associated with ICA Panipat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so would you like to share some more details on that, like how you are associated and what kind of sessions you are taking? Because I keep on seeing certain posts, especially on the counseling sessions which you take with them.
Yeah.
So may I know more details on that?
Sure, Prachi. Now it is again like my parents and my in-laws. So now I am associated with two branches, Panipat and Sonipat. So earlier I used to be in Panipat branch. मेरी सारी पढ़ाई, मेरी trainings, officially जो मेरा membership है, that is from Panipat branch. But recently I got a message from one of my colleague He said we just generally call girls as duhati in Sanskrit. That means the girls who take care and wants are the well wishers of two families. So he actually inspired me saying the same, that now you are on the same position. You have to see the goods for Panipat as well as for Sonipat branch. So whosoever is going to take your benefits or whosoever is going to call you or honor you, be there for both. So it is just like I am taking career counseling session which do not have any restriction to be taken in the branch itself. So basically we have three councils, the central one, the regional one and the branches. Every city generally have a branch or a chapter. Regionals, we have 4 or 5 regional offices or the main, you can say the main authorities, where we also have the elected committees. So we have north, south, east, west, and central, and the central council, the topmost authority. So if I talk about the Panipat branch, so I generally take the training session for CA students, some of the seminars and webinars as well for helping them out how they can crack their exams or what problems do they face while they are preparing for their exams or even in the exam hall, because those 3 hours itself is a dragon of our life, right? And other than that, we actually attend some of the meetings where we have the official and technical speakers for different topics. और हमारी पढ़ाई CA degree complete होने के बाद भी खत्म नहीं होती है. We used to study and we are still studying. And same in the case with Sonipat branch as well. So whenever we have any kind of seminars and webinars, generally all the members are invited. But whenever you just try to take more initiatives, you have the talent, or you are into the branch matters a lot. So they just try to keep you on priority. Definitely, it's just like any other organization. So I actually attend most of the programs as a moderator or coordinator as well, because I love to arrange programs for ICI and very happy to work for ICI. And let me add one thing, the whole managing committee, speakers and the moderators, they are not at all paid, but it is just for the betterment of ICI. So again, name and fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think so. I'm not sure about rest of the people, but I have someone in my family who is doing CA and recently completed it. So I know some to extent, so taxation and this thing is not only the field that you can enter after the CA. So, but I think a lot of people might actually not aware about it. And so can you just give us a brief idea that once I crack the examination, what are the opportunities that I have? Is it just like taxation, or what are the different opportunities in this field?
So Weber, we have some IT experts, right? Now again, who is going to check their work? IT auditors.
Yeah.
So we have chartered accountants in the role.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, we have any other kind of organization, not only for accounting or taxation. If somebody like me who is interested into public speaking, dealing with students and all, we have lots of opportunities, starting from a paper setter for ICI, paper evaluator, a counselor, so that all counts in dealing with the students. Other than that, you can be into any of the fields. If I talk about taxation and accounting, which is very common. Other than that, we have auditing, right? You can be expert in even a specific audits. So we actually audit different types of organization, just like you mentioned, lots of businessmen have a fear of auditor. Other than that, we have banks, which we audit. So we can specialize into any of those fields. And specialization is the era, right? And if I talk about my specific case or some of the similar, we can also earn being a professional speaker.
Yeah.
So I have already added that we usually do not charge ICI for the same, but ICI authorizes us to take any kind of sessions with bankers, with doctors, with teachers, or anyone else who wants to learn finance or any of the specialization which we have.
Wow.
So we
Does
have
this
sky as a limit.
also, so what I know so far is there is also government banks such as SBI and
Yeah.
so these, and I think they do have some specific positions for CAs as well. I think so banking also becomes, I think, another sector.
Yes, sure. वैभव, आपने बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को सुना होगा कि बैंकिंग के लिए दे नीड टू राइट एग्जाम्स, और हर एक प्रमोशन के लिए दे हैव टू ऑप्शंस, आइदर टू कीप राइटिंग देयर एग्जाम्स और टू वेट फॉर अ गुड टाइम फॉर देयर प्रमोशन once they are experienced. But we, being a chartered accountant, get the opportunity directly to sit as a manager of bank.
Wow.
Without writing any exam, without waiting for the years of experience. Even as a fresher, I've seen people sitting on manager seat. So that is the level of expertise, because tax and accounting is not only the subject we are studying.
Right.
We are covering every aspect. If you look at the computers, we are studying that as well. Starting from English and basic mathematics or economics, we come to that direct, indirect taxation, including international taxation.
Yeah.
Overall, how challenging this journey was for you? If I talk about the starting days from tutoring to being a CA and to the firm, I would like to know what all challenges you have faced in establishing all this.
Sure. So, Prachi, we all have ups and downs, right? So as I, in like throughout my journey, it's definitely not easy. जैसे मैंने starting में बोला, it is not a cup of tea. लेकिन एक होता है कि आप एक लेवल के बाद when you achieve it, आपको रिलीफ मिलता है कि ठीक है, what all I have struggled, it is over. So if I talk about my challenges, just like I've mentioned that I'm the first generation chartered accountant, so I had no one to guide me. किसी को कोई आइडिया ही नहीं था. इवन मेरे पेरेंट्स को लोग डराते थे लिटरली कि खन्ना साहब, गुड़िया को 18 घंटे पढ़ाई करनी पड़ेगी. So definitely, being parents, they used to have a concern about me. They also suggested कि आप अपना BCom honors कर लीजिए, आप वो graduate हो जाएंगे, and then you start your CA. Why you are taking burden of both the degrees all together? तो वहां पर भी challenge आता था. I used to have exams during May and June. तो वो graduation का भी और CA intermediate का भी साथ ही होता था. But just like I've mentioned again and again कि CA में हम इतना पढ़ लेते हैं कि BCom honors के exam में I used to come back home and leave the examination hall just after 2 hours. So I used to doubt myself हमेशा. 5-6 एग्जाम्स देने, डाउट होना कि माय गॉड, या तो ये स्टूडेंट्स बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, मेरे को पढ़ने का टाइम नहीं मिल रहा, या मैं कुछ एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी हूँ, ये सब बैठे हुए मैं 2 घंटे में बाहर कैसे आ रही हूँ. So that was challenging. लेकिन thankfully ICI हमारे लिए वो मंदिर है, राइट? उन्होंने हमें इतना ज्ञान दिया है अपने हर एक अलग अलग स्टेजेस पे कि वी यूज्ड टू फेस अदर थिंग्स वेरी स्मूथली. मेन चैलेंजिंग पार्ट किसी भी सीए के लिए आता है व्हेन वी आर इनटू आर्टिकलशिप एंड वी आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर आवर सीए फाइनल एग्जाम्स. तो जस्ट लाइक आई हैव मेंशन कि मैंने सीए फाइनल के ड्यूरेशन में भी पढ़ाना नहीं छोड़ा. I used to have my class at 6:30 morning, 10:30 तक क्लास अटेंड करना, उसके बाद ऑफिस जाना, ऑफिस से वही 5-6 बजे फ्री होना, देन ट्रेवल बैक होम, यूज्ड टू हैव द ट्यूशंस, और उसके बाद तो दिन खत्म ना. तो वहां पर प्रॉब्लम आती है, हाउ डू यू मैनेज योर स्टडीज. डेफिनेटली जस्ट लाइक